In a recent video, I purchased the world's cheapest and probably world's sketchiest paramotor off of AliExpress for $3,000. I wasn't even expecting this thing to fly as it's powered with an RC airplane engine, but indeed it flew. I exposed some of its fatal flaws and why you shouldn't buy one. Then one thing led to another. I strapped it on, got on my bicycle, and found out that this bad boy will do 50 miles an hour. Thanks to one of the top comments, you guys asked me to actually attempt to launch from the bicycle. How could I say no? So I set out to try to make it happen, and the results weren't exactly as I expected. Before I attempted launching this death trap, I wanted to give my buddy Dan a shot at driving it down the taxiway without the wing. Dan has a lot of experience on motorcycles and dirt bikes, so I wanted to see what he thought of this thing at full speed.
So it's really fast.
You're right.
I maxed it out. It felt like it wasn't going faster, so I'm guessing 50-ish.
It sounded like it.
But I did notice like your brake grabs at a different point now.
Oh yeah?
Like I just think like 3 runs, like I wore off a significant pad.
R.I.P.
I approve of this.
The sound when you go past is insane.
Oh man, I can't wait to see you launch it.
If I launch it.
Wait, so what's your plan?
So that's a great question, Dan. Let me take a moment and try to explain why launching off a bicycle is challenging. Obviously, to ride a bicycle, you need to have your hands on the handlebars. And to launch a paramotor, you need your hands on the brakes and the A's connected to the risers. There's 2 methods of control going on here, which, unless you had 4 arms or you modified this system somehow, it's impossible to do all of them at the same time. My goal was to start with my hands on the handlebars, ride the bike and inflate the glider over my head, and then once I'm going fast enough, transition where I can let go of the handlebars, grab the brakes on the glider, and fly it away from the bicycle now that I'm at speed. That was the hope, at least. To get things started, I did a few practice runs without the motor, just on the bicycle to see how it felt.
It doesn't look right.
I feel like my pedal speed isn't going to be fast enough with no A's. Just my prediction. And I feel like the thrust of that little motor isn't going to be enough to even inflate it.
Yeah, I'm worried about how much force you'll be able to fly pedaling.
Yeah, they'll come up on it. Be ready to see some steam. This is gonna be fucking
Dude, not bad.
I popped a wheelie. I would have had it. That was something, right?
That was something. You want me to try and reset you?
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be more aware of the wheelie.
Yeah, lean forward.
All right.
Dude, you pretty much have it. Dude, you got it.
That's all I need.
So after 2 attempts, I was actually pretty surprised that I was able to keep the glider up above my head without even touching the brakes. I was feeling a lot more confident.
So not surprisingly, you being centered is crucial.
Yeah.
And heading in the right direction.
Perfect layout. I feel like pedal inflation, and then once it's above me, roll on throttle.
I think so.
Steer under it.
And you're just gonna kind of grab the bike with your knees, the frame if you need to just keep it upright?
I'm hoping I can get enough speed with my hands on the bars. And then like right when I feel light, just fly it away.
So after this, I was ready to give it a shot with the motor. Now I decided to go to the taxiway instead of the grass so that I had less drag on the bicycle. And I decided to do the first few attempts with the motor at idle and then hopefully add power after the inflation was successful.
I believe in you, Tucker.
Thanks, Dan.
You got this.
I think you believe in me more than I believe in me. I always want to bend down and pick it up like a heavy paramotor.
But it's more like a backpack.
So attempt number 1 did not go perfectly smooth. I set up on the taxiway, clipped in, and sat on the bicycle, which is super weird while wearing a paramotor harness. For this attempt, I tried to do it with the motor at idle and just pedaling. There was almost no wind this night to help inflate the glider, so it was very difficult to not wheelie the bicycle and keep enough speed to get the glider up. Attempt number 2 wasn't much better. The glider's coming up off center. I'm just kind of going with it. But by attempt number 3, I decided to turn into the wind, go over the grass, and use power for the inflation, which worked a lot better. I was making improvements. Unfortunately, this time, after I got the glider completely above my head, I was off course and there was a giant fence in the way.
So close, man. If this fence wasn't here.
Yeah, if I could have grabbed the left brake, I could have brought it back, but...
And I was thinking like you could try and ship the whole paramotor.
Yeah, that inflation worked a lot better though, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty decent.
Just gotta do that, but keep it straight. I felt lift on the wing, but it was going sideways.
Right.
We're getting it dialed.
Yeah, getting close, really close. This 4th time's a charm.
Did you think I was just gonna wreck straight into the fence?
Nah, I knew you had it. I don't know about everybody else, but like I said before, I believe in you. You got this.
I want to give a quick thank you to my buddies Dan and Caleb for helping me set up, my mom and my dad for coming out and helping, and my buddy Chris, who did a lot of filming tonight.
You didn't tell me the camera was on.
What camera?
This one.
Oh.
With their help, we were able to set up quickly, and I was ready for another go.
Damn, you almost got the toggle too.
I know, I was going for it. I'll give it one more shot, and I'll just do in the corner facing more away. So if it does go right, I have more leeway.
Right.
So I decided I was going to give it one final attempt. The pressure was on, it was now or never. This final attempt almost went perfectly. The glider inflated symmetrically, I got it above my head, I went to full power, and I gained as much speed as I could. As I taxied down the field, I started to feel lift on the glider, but then it started to go off center. Even though I was at max speed, I realized I wasn't fast enough to let go of the handlebars on the bicycle and grab the brakes of the glider. I was stuck, I had no control. It was at this moment I wish I had an extra set of arms. With the glider slightly lifting me up and to the right, and no control over the wing, I realized I was at a point where I just had to abort. I jumped off the bicycle, did a slide across the field, blew off one of my shoes, and luckily stood up with no injuries.
I could get.
You good?
Yeah.
You okay? It was so close.
I have no control over the wing. It was like oscillating, right?
Yeah, and also the bike just like slipping sideways out from under you is like, whoa, you lost a shoe too?
Maybe if I put the brakes in my hand or something, but I feel like I should quit for tonight.
Yeah, probably.
Woo.
Well, I guess we need to go to a tandem bicycle. That's really the only way to do this.
That or somehow extend the brakes so I can like have them in my hand or something.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Or if you could like, I don't know, I'm thinking it's like you could use your elbows or something.
Yeah.
But that sounds like maybe a dicey idea. All right, let's go fly and cool off.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good tries though.
After getting this close to success, I realized that this wasn't worth it. Without modifying the bike or the glider or growing an extra set of arms, I don't see how this is worth it or possible. I contemplated revisiting this with some modifications or a bigger motor or something, but after feeling the actual feelings in the moment of the glider pulling you one way, the bike not being under control, it just didn't seem like a worthwhile pursuit. We tried, we failed, but we survived. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And just like this episode, which was suggested by you guys in the comments, I recently took the AliExpress Paramotor out, strapped it to a kayak, and set sail in the river. So please, I care about your guys' feedback. Make a comment down below if you want to see anything new or exciting done with this AliExpress Paramotor. Till the next one, have fun, fly safe, peace.